Please don't be scared. We have learned Pythagorean for many years. Something that I know Pythagorean. If you really know Pythagorean, when I go over something, you should have no any problem. You have any problem means you are not okay. You understand, please? Something like, Jimmy, I'm okay. My Pythagorean a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Not only a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay, please? I'll give you this one on the board. I did this for 5 students of my geometry students. They asked me many questions for this, how to produce the triples. So this is not required, but this one is very important. We just know 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13. How to get 5, 12, 13? This is the formula. So I hope you focus on something like A or B in my classroom. You can require you with higher standard. After 5 or 6 minutes read, who can tell me why we change the order? Before it's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Why we change to c squared equals a squared plus b squared? So far, only one student answered my question. Means what? Only one student is good reader, okay? The other student just sit there, enjoy, just talking, making fun. So one student answered perfect. Why? Before just a squared plus b equals c squared, why we move c squared to the left side? Who can tell me after reading? You can see. Basically, don't want to blame anyone. Yes, please.
It means that the square of the length of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of the legs.
Yes? No. Yes? Okay. So, good reader can find very special. Yes?
Hypotenuse is the sum of the legs square. It's literally
So you can see. Yes?
Boy.
You add a leg
That's
and
what
then
everybody
another
keeps saying.
leg, square them both, add them together, there. And then you get the square, and then you get the
That's what everybody keeps.
So far, so good. Okay.
Because distance.
So, if it's not perfect, so if you want to find the circumference in a real world application, I mean not circumference, hypotenuse. I was saying C. Let me actually explain. Okay. So, if you want to do that, never mind, I'm wrong.
Okay, listen. Okay, sure. Time is up. Okay, too much. Don't waste your time. So, this is maybe English problem. Maybe your reading habit problem. So please pay attention to read something. Before a squared plus b squared equals to c squared. Now, most cases we use c squared. Why? We will discuss. If c squared is greater than a squared plus b squared, if c squared is less than a squared plus b squared, this is a so-called acute. This is so-called obtuse. It's easy to remember, it's easy to handle. Otherwise, if you use this one to solve, this is much more difficult to remember. This is much easier. I will show you, okay? Just after 2 slides, I will show you why we have to use this way. How to remember this formula. If you follow me, you understand how to get this formula. I promise you can remember at least 3 or 4 years in this campus. If you go to college, you can, maybe you can remember forever. But if you don't follow me, you try to, this A less than acute, greater than. After some weeks, you forget everything. Final exam must be there. Chapter 7 quiz and test must be there. Smart people in my classroom, when I go over everything, they look at the board carefully. Because I never give you question, never happen to your test quiz. Most questions, similar questions will happen. So please, now second, we learned those 4 triples. I told you before, remember. Today, next 2 or 3, you will realize how important it is. If you know those triplets, 20 seconds, maybe 10 seconds, you solve the question. You don't use this triple, maybe 10 minutes, you still cannot get the answer. So smart people, less time do more things. Half time get double results. Okay, please try to remember. Next, we have, if the square of the length, this is converse. If the square of the length of the longest side of the triangle equal to the sum of the squares of two sides of length square, then the triangle is right. This converse. If this is right triangle, c squared equals a squared plus b squared. Now, if c squared equals a squared plus b, that is the right triangle. Exactly the same thing, just converse. Now, the real story is here. Theorem 7.3, if c squared is less than a squared plus b squared, acute. If c squared is greater than a squared plus b squared, is obtuse. Now, look at the board. I show you how to remember this. Okay, please. Right triangle A, B, C. A or B, we don't care which one is which one, but C must be longest. Now, we cut the same distance of A. This is A, this is A. Cut the same distance of B, B. Now, this is C prime. You can see the C prime is longer than C. Why is longer than C? Those two sides are the same. Like the hinge theorem we learned. The two sides are congruent. The included angle, the bigger, the longer the opposite side should be. Do you understand, please? So this side, C prime is greater than C. This side is longer, this angle is bigger. This is 90 degrees, is more than 90 degrees. So this is obtuse. So C is square is greater than a square plus b square is obtuse. Do you understand me, please? Why? Because this side is the same, like the hinge theorem. So this angle is 90, but this side is longer. This angle must be greater than 90. We don't care, 91, 92, 120, 130. Anyway, this is greater than 90. Same thing. This is A, same length. B, you can see this is B, this is A, this is, and C double. For instance, C double. You can see C double is less than C. So this angle should be less than 90 degrees. So this is acute. So if you remember a squared plus b squared, if you remember how to get this formula, you can see acute c squared is less than something. This c squared is greater than something. If you don't use c squared equals a squared plus b squared, you use a squared plus b squared equals c squared. It's very hard to remember. Do you understand, please? People easy to remember something from left side to the right side, not converse. So that's why today, we use c squared equal or less or greater than a squared plus b squared, not a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now we have some questions, and I try to finish as quickly as possible. Okay, please. Determine whether the numbers can represent three sides of a triangle. If they can, classify the triangle is right or acute or obtuse. First question, raise your hands if you have some idea how to determine. Who remembered how to determine? Today, 70% of students forget almost everything. Just 1 month. Can see. 1 student remember, 2 students remember, 3 students, 4, 5, 6. Yes, your turn. Tell me how to determine.
Oh wait, I was thinking something else.
Oh man, you fooled me, right? Yes, this is yes. And Austin.
Okay. If a squared plus b squared is less than c squared, then it's acute.
Oh man.
No.
How to determine three sides? Yes.
It's represent the sides of a triangle, 20, A plus B has to be greater than C.
Yes, good. I understand. 26 plus 35 is greater than 62. I understand him.
61. No.
Yes. Any two sides, the sum is greater than the third side. You can see only 1 month and a half. You forget you return to me, right? I hope you can remember forever. You remember 1 week, 2 weeks. 61 is less than 62 means what? For the quiz, test, final exam, if you determine the sum of two sides is less than third side, stop. Not a triangle. You get the points. 10 points, you get 10 points. 5 points, you get 5 points. If you continue to do stupid work, a squared, b squared, c squared, after 10 minutes you get a 0. Do you understand, please? From my understanding, if you do something else wrongly, should get negative 5 points, okay? But we don't take negative 5 points. But 0 is not good. It's better enough. Do you understand, please? So, quiz, test, final exam. Determine. Second question, okay? I show you something. 14 plus 18 is greater than 29, yes. 18 plus 29 is greater than 14, yes. 14 plus 29 is greater than 18, yes. You have to check 3 times. Now, we make sure those three numbers are 3 sides of triangles. Yes. Now, if they can, yes, they can. Classify, how to classify, who can tell me? This is today's stuff.
Bless you.
Yes?
So if c squared is greater than a squared plus b squared, then what? Then I'll
Yes, you are right, but you have to, for this question, how to solve? You give me the c squared is greater than
if 20, so you square 29,
Uh-huh.
then you add, so you determine if that's like greater than, equal to, or less than 18 squared plus 14 squared.
Thank you. You choose the longest side, square, question mark, because we don't know equal or less or greater than. 18 square plus 14 square. Now, who can tell me 29 square is what without calculator?
No, why? Unless you're really smart.
1 through 19, you have to remember. 20 through 29, you better remember. If you cannot remember 1 through 19 square, go back to algebra 1.
Go back to algebra 1.
Just joke, okay? Don't go back to this.
Did you like look that up? It's in your head?
1, 324, 196.
I thought 25 squared. 25 squared.
Listen. 841 is greater than 520 means what?
What?
This is what kind of triangle?
25.
Understand me or not? C square is greater than the sum of a square plus b square. Means this is a obtuse triangle. Is that okay? I just tell you, I hope you remember more. Next week I give you this and Fibonacci question. About 800 years ago, Rome emperor heard Fibonacci is very good for math. He invited the 15 some most famous mathematicians in Europe to test Fibonacci without a paper, without a pen. One of the questions, Fibonacci, you have to remember 1 through 50, 80 numbers square immediately. Fibonacci just finished the question only 5 minutes. 800 years passed. No one in the world now can tell us how Fibonacci finished the question. Do you understand, please? I will give you that question. Maybe only one student last 30 years finished that question, but he still, because nobody can find. If you can find how Fibonacci finished the question, you will get something like Nobel Prize. So you need to know lots of things. Something that my one is good, I get A or B or C. That doesn't mean something. Okay, please. Now, next question. Who can tell me how to do? I will see this class. Someone can do something or not. Number 3.
I don't know what 72 squared is.
Yes.
You do A plus B, is it greater than C? And it is, so it makes a triangle.
Good idea. Who has some other idea? Who has some good? Yeah, it's better than many students. Yes.
Can you find a similar? Because they have a.
Yes. How to find a similar? How to find a similar?
Find at least common multiple of those. Just simplify. So like I think you could divide by like, you could divide by 2, just 2 for now. I'm trying to figure out. This common factor. Yeah. 3, yeah.
You can change it to 5, 12, 13.
Yeah, 5, 12, 13.
Oh wow.
This question, when I talk, you talk. When you take the quiz test, horrible, okay? 30, 72, 78, find the common factor 6 divided by 6, you get a 5, 5, 12, 13. Because 5, 12, 13 is a triple of right triangle, so this is just right triangle. You don't need to determine. You don't need to do 78 squared equals 72 squared plus 3 squared is a stupid work. You take that way, 10 minutes you cannot finish. I promise, without calculator. This way, just 10 seconds. Divided by 6 is 5, 12, 13. It's enough. Right triangle. Because this is a triple of 5, 12, 13. Perfect. Answer is simple, easy. Do you understand me or not?
Yes.
If the test quiz happened to you, don't give me 78 squares.
Yeah.
That is not okay. Last question, who is the volunteer? Yes?
Simplify by 9. Then 3, 4, 5.
Smart boy. My student. Lesson for the final exam. For chapter 7 quiz or test, some question will happen like this. If the 3 numbers can be simplified or kind of the common factor divided by common factor, you get something like 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13, or 7, 24, 25, 8, 15, 17, stop, right triangle. You get 10 points. If the question is 10 points. Do you understand me, please? Now, this is the real story for today. Who can set up the inequality or equation for me? But you don't know English, right? Yes? We have first question. Who is a volunteer to set up equation for me? Raise your hands. Yes.
Would it be 33 squared is greater than x squared plus parenthesis x minus 3 squared?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Do you understand her or not?
Yeah.
Good. The question is how to solve. It's a big problem for us, okay? This question, because this is not well prepared, to be honest. So you cannot use factoring, but the quiz test you can use factoring to solve. Because of time, I just go very quickly, okay, please? If you don't know, after class, you check yourself. 33 squared is what? 2x squared minus 6x plus 9, you get x squared minus 3x minus 540 equals to 0. Because this number we cannot factorize, you have to use quadratic or complete square to solve.
How do you get
But
6x?
simplify for many students is bad, it's very hard, okay? You should be careful. Last question.
Where do you get
Who is the
6x?
volunteer to set the equation? Last question.
Negative 3 times negative 3 is
Negative 3 times negative 3. Then what's
45 squared is less than parentheses x minus 4 squared plus parentheses x.
we want negative 6x?
You put greater than.
45 square greater than,
Less than.
less than, good. Thank you. I will ask something to answer my question. Why is less than?
because it's a cube.
It's less than 90.
You are not her, right?
It slipped.
Sure.
My tongue slipped.
This is less than, this is greater than. Less than means acute. Greater than means obtuse. For the test quiz, many students just switched, okay? Acute. So I use about 2 minutes, okay, please, for chapter 7.3. Next week we'll go over again. But I just tell you how to do 7.3. 7.3 theorem is not hard. Some question is very hard, okay, please? If we have a triangle ABC, right triangle, angle C is right angle, CD is attitude to the vertex of right angle to the hypotenuse. This CD divided the triangle to 2 smaller triangles, right triangles. This triangle, this triangle, this triangle, this triangle, and the original triangles are similar. Now I show you why they are similar. Because similar, everyone knows they are similar. But why they are similar? Because the question, almost many questions ask you to do. First, for this question, we cut small triangle here, C, B, D. Small triangle here. Big triangle, right angle. This is right angle, first angle. This angle is B, this angle is B, 2 angles. By AA, they are similar. Do you understand, please? The original ABC and the CBD they are similar. Is that okay? Second, this triangle I copy here. C, D, this is A. Right angle, right angle. Angle A, by AA. The second triangle also similar to original. Smallest similar to original. Bigger one also similar to original. By what? Reflexive. This triangle are similar. Do you understand, please? So those 3 triangles, original triangle, second big triangle, smallest triangle, are similar. This is for 7.3. When I go over, you just talking. Yes, okay. You with your beautiful hat, okay. The class is too hot. You with hat for what? Yes, good. Yes, your hair is beautiful. Why you cover your hair? My hair is bad. I should cover my hair. Right? Your hair is so beautiful. Why you cover your hair?
Your hair is beautiful.
Sure. Now, do your assignment, 7 minutes, and